he fell to the ground, and heard a voice say to him, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? Who are you, Lord? Saul asked. I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. He replied, now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do. Acts 9 verse 4 to 6. Hearing the voice of God. Remember, in the Bible, we have like two people that God spoke to directly while they were in error. One is 3 years, Adam and his wife, and also Cain. Now we are seeing Saul, who is on an errand of evil, and Jesus is speaking to him. But that's not our interest. Our interest is, why should Jesus speak to Saul? Number one, when the voice of God speaks to you, when the voice of God speaks to you, it activates your knowledge quotient. Who are you, Lord? Who told him he was Lord? Now he wants to know, who are you? The moment you hear the voice of God, your knowledge quotient systems starts to work. There are people you can preach, you can teach them the word of God, and they cannot comprehend what you are saying, or because their knowledge system is closed. Paul, through legalistic, Pharisaic, legalistic education system, his mind had closed up, not to gain understanding. But when the voice spoke, he said, who are you? So you can see how he is creating an interest of wanting to know who is the owner of that voice. That is why we need to hear God, because his voice opens our knowledge brain system, the system of you that understands the things of God. Do you know you can understand all the things of the world, but you don't understand anything about God? Number 2, I am Jesus, who you are persecuting. Then another reason why the voice of God is necessary, because the voice of God introduces divinity with clarity. I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. I am. What if Jesus could have said, I am Jesus, and it ended there? That could have still left a room for speculation. But Jesus said, the one you are persecuting, I am that one. So the voice of God reveals the identity of the divinity with the absolute clarity, with no iota of doubt. With no iota of doubt. The moment you get out of that, you can never again doubt about God. No matter who can speak to you, no matter who can try to influence you. Do you remember Paul was speaking about that in the book of Acts, chapter number 26 and verse 13? About noon, O king, as I was on the road, I saw a light from heaven, brighter than the sun, blazing around me and my companions. We all fell to the ground, and I heard a voice saying to me in Aramaic, Saul, Saul, in Aramaic, in a language that he could understand. And he told him, I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting. Now get up and stand on your feet. I have appeared to you to appoint you as a servant and as a witness of what you have seen of me and what I will show you. I will rescue you from your own people and from the Gentiles. I am sending you to them to open their eyes and turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan to God, so that they may receive forgiveness of sins and have praise among those who are sanctified by faith in me. Wow. A single voice of God defined fully the vision of the ministry of Paul. And we say we do not want to hear God. Let's go to Acts 9. Now get up and go into the city, and you will be told what you must do. The voice of God will guide you to a territory of ordination. Get up and go into the city. So the voice of God guides you to a place of practicability, or to a place of the new self. And then you will be told what you must do. The voice of God is the one that gives you absolute direction on your next move. Wow. So he says in verse 7, the men traveling with Saul stood there speechless. They heard the sound, but they did not see anyone. If you can go back to Acts chapter number 26 and verse 15, when now Jesus is explaining himself, you will see there that the voice of Jesus Christ carried appointment of Paul as an apostle. I have appeared to you to appoint you as a servant, as a witness. Double appointment, as a servant and as a witness. The voice of God will release in you divine appointment in a double portion. Then he says, of what you have seen and what I will show you. The voice of God qualifies you to visualize the invisibles. What you have seen and I will let you see later. Then he tells you, I will rescue you from your own people and from the Gentiles. The voice of God releases in you the system of rescue or deliverance. I will rescue you. So wherever Paul would go, no matter what he would go through, he knew, he said he will rescue me. So he will be in peace. He will be intact. The voice of God guarantees you timely salvation about the issues of about life predicaments. And then he says, I am sending you to them to open their eyes. The voice of God defines for you your area of operation. The voice of God defines your specific duties, assignments. You don't do everything. The voice of God gives you the classified, specific assignment, so that you don't trespass spiritually and so that you don't contradict yourself. So the question is, why did Jesus appear to Paul? And Saul had the voice of God. What was the reason for the Paul? How did he position himself? It is hidden in Galatians 1 and verse 15. But when God, who set me apart from the birth and called me by his grace, was pleased to reveal his son in me, so that I might preach him among the Gentiles, I did not consult anyone or any man, nor did I go to Jerusalem to see those who were apostles before me, before I was, but I went immediately into Arabia and later returned to Damascus. So what does that mean? That is what we call inherent calling. Paul had been set apart in birth. Jeremiah 1 and verse 5, calling Prince